Now, about that 40%. So the viral clip starts with, what do you say to the 40% of California voters who you'll need in order to win, who voted for Trump?
How would I need them in order to win?
But here's the part you didn't see if you didn't watch our full 30-minute segment.
You were a supporter of the governor's plan, dubbed empowering voters to stop Trump's power grab. 40% of Californians voted for President Trump. What do you say to those 6 million voters who you will also represent as governor?
No one should do power grabs.
I feel like I just need to listen.
Whatever the California customers want, I will be their leader and represent them.
Just because 40% of Californians or Americans voted for Trump, that doesn't mean that they support every policy that they have.
I know there are Democrats that I might alienate in the course of this race, and there'll be Republicans.
Call it what you want, but at the end of the day, it's about who's going to represent your interests in Washington.
The question was part of a larger discussion around Prop 50. That's Governor Newsom's redistricting plan, a Democrat-led measure intended to counter Texas's Republican redistricting. California Democrats are asking California voters to give them back the power to redraw congressional districts for their own political purposes. That is a power that California voters took away from lawmakers years ago when we created an independent redistricting commission. Now, the Democrats in California have to go back to the voters to ask them to take that power back, at least for the next 5 years. But many, including Democrats, have been pointing out that the Democratic Party is now doing what they criticize Republicans for doing in Texas, which is why we later talk about that do two wrongs make a right argument. Now, about that 40% qualifier. What do you say to the 40% of California voters who you'll need in order to win, who voted for Trump?
How would I need them in order to win?
Well, unless you think you're going to get 60% of the vote. You think you'll get 60%? Everybody who did not vote for Trump will vote for you. First off, not all Californians who voted for Trump are Republicans. And in California, there is an open primary, sometimes called a jungle primary, where the top two vote getters, regardless of party, advance to the general election. And with so many Democrats in the race, those who can appeal to some of that 40% may have an advantage in the primary and would definitely have an advantage if the top two candidates were both Democrats.
How would I need them in order to win?
For the record, every other candidate understood the premise of the question. You can watch all of their responses at the link in my bio. Up next, what happened after the interview.